welcome to this Zoom. And as you know, the title of this Zoom is Add Life to Your Years, right? Okay, and I have, so I'm going to be sharing about it tonight. And, I love the outdoors. I love sport. I am very keen on fitness, etc., etc. And I'm 62. But anyway, I wanted to share that, I may be fit, but I've not really been healthy, and this, just because you're fit and just because you love the outdoors, just because you like to run, does not mean that you're healthy. And these were some of the issues that I suffered from, okay, and things that I suffered from early 20s, actually. First, of course, got gastric, and then reflux later on. By the time I was 50, it had become quite bad, reflux. And then I used to struggle with diarrhea. Okay, and then somehow in my 40s, I suddenly developed asthma. And this was like made things worse because in my 30s, I had chronic sinusitis, and by the time I reached my 50s, I started to get a lot of joint issues like gout, lower back pain, knee problems, elbow problems, and I used to struggle quite a bit. It's borne out by the medical tests, right? You can see here my blood test doesn't show great results from 2006, and then my liver profile also indicated that I had fatty liver, right? And of course, you will also see that I suffered a lot from high uric acid. So kena a lot of gout and things like that. Okay, so I had a lot of joint issues. Bear in mind that I've always been a fit person, I go to the gym, I would run, I used to do Aikido, blah, 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 okay? But fitness does not equal to health. So one of the wonderful things, though, is that when I started on this regime that I'm going to tell you a little bit about, actually, it's not a regime, it's just a solution that I started. You can see that all my blood tests showed that I passed, whether it was my cholesterol, I passed that, my liver function, perfect, no issue, and of course, the uric acid, no issue also. So much so that although I was quite I'm the sort who keeps a medicine chest, in the house for self-medication, right? On the 1st of January 2019, I decided that I could do away with all the medications, okay? I wanted this to be a New Year's revolution. And I wanted to show you what's been happening. Yesterday, I decided to pack up a lot of the meds that have been in my cupboard, and I've been keeping it because, and I told you I packed up so much stuff from my cupboards, right? Some of it is, some of it is brand new actually, but I don't need this anymore. And I used to even pack all my stuff nicely, I just want some witnesses even as I get rid of everything. And I'm happy to report that since 1st January 2019, when I emptied the medicine chest, it has remained empty, so I'm very, very pleased about life. So I'd love to share with you about what was the solution that I found, okay? You see here that I'm 62. I really have enjoy family life, enjoy my friends, go for mission trips, enjoy my church service, and then of course I started rock climbing at about the age of 60. So I wanted to show you this one because this is called bouldering, and it's rather scary because you know, those of us who are 50 and above, you know, you cannot imagine falling on the mat like this, right? If you lose it. And I can tell you that I had no issue when I fell. And that's one of the wonderful things that I'm enjoying now. You know, my bones, my muscle, everything is working in good shape. You know, the Straits Times says that we are the longest lived nation in the world. So we have the longest life expectancy. That's really great news, right? But you know, the not so good news is that not all of the years are healthy years. Okay, we found that Singaporeans suffer 10 years of poor health. And if you're a woman, because your life expectancy is even longer than a guy, you know, I circled the numbers here, you can see that actually the woman suffers from 12 years of ill health. So I don't know about you, but that's definitely not something that I would like. If we have ill health, we won't have the health to enjoy our long lives. We won't have the vitality, right? And we become a burden to loved ones. And of course, there are these issues of where the, you know, all the money that we earn going to medical tests, right? And medical expenses. And of course, the big question, enough or not? That's what I'd like to share with you about tonight. Okay. And so graphically, you can see here, you know, that our lifespan is about 84.5 years, but the good years, the healthy years, we call it the youth span, okay, is 10 years short of it. So maybe only 74 years of youth span. It's about having quantity, but maybe not quality. This is what I have my heart set on, you know, to have all the years be youth span, to be healthy, and then maybe okay, gets a bonus of a couple of extra years. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, and that's what I want to share with you this evening. So title this sharing is adding life to years. Okay, so can we increase our youth span? Can we increase our vitality? You know, that ability to enjoy life. And you know, the solution is easier than you might think, right? I did tell you that I'm quite big on running and fitness and gym and everything. But you know, it was when I started this thing called the Ultimate Anti-Aging Duo that everything fell into place. Okay, and I'm really just enjoying my life these days because all those issues that I showed you before, they are basically done away with. What is the answer? I want to tell you that it's not just some, I don't know, some magic potion or something like that, but it's actually from science. It's from hard science. So it's on natural remedies, but with scientific backing. So you can see that the company is really big on it, you know. The total number of, it's got patents, you know, from up to 2017, they had 29 patents. And then from 2017 to 2020, they increased the number of patents to 36, right? And as a result of which, they've been getting a lot of awards from the scientific community, all right? So from 22 to 69, these two products were even featured in the Discovery Channel. Okay, so this is on one of the products, R Square. I'm going to show it to you, and this. I was just listening to it again. I'm just focused on two phrases, which I'm going to bring up again later. Okay, the first thing was that the the commentator said, our genes do not control our fate. The other one was that they called these products, the product that they were developing, they called it nutritional intervention. And that's exactly what it is, nutritional intervention. So the product that they were working on when this Discovery Channel video was being put in place, the product has since been launched, and it's called R Square. Okay, and it comes in a day formula and a night formula. You can see here the day formula has cordyceps sinensis, which is what they talked about. Then it also has ginseng and pomegranate. Okay, and it's really great for energy because what it does is that it it conditions the source of the cell's energy, the mitochondria. Please think of this as an engine, right? You know, you want to keep your engine in tip-top condition. Okay, and beyond that, but just because the engine is in tip-top condition doesn't mean that it will work well if the exhaust systems are not working well, right? And that's where R square night comes in. Okay, because R square night ensures that the cells have got a good purification and cleansing. Okay, so all that detox, okay, this is what helps you. So at night, it will improve your sleep, it will improve your detox, so you are in a great shape for more energy in the daytime. Okay, just to show you how well it works, okay, this is a video of mice of the equivalent age of 96 years. Yeah, absolutely right. You can see that it is, you know, this is a result that is scientifically based. All right, and so mice who were fed with R square had a 63% increase in exercise time. And of course, humans, we cannot make that kind of a study, but 90% of consumers who take R square say that they feel more energy and less fatigue. Okay. So what does R square do specifically? So 4 advantages, all right? First, it raises your base metabolic rate. Okay, so your base energy levels go up. As a result of which, you know, the body is able to neutralize and remove cellular waste better, right? Because it just works better. And so what happens with that is that the cells also become stronger and the immunity at the cellular level increases. Okay, and as a result of which the cells are able to function better. I will show you some testimonies in a while, right? But before that, maybe we talk about the other partner in this duo. Okay, and this is called Agelock Y-Span. Okay, so it promotes youth span, the years that you can enjoy life without being more active, energetic, and healthy. Okay, because what it does is that it modulates the aging defense mechanisms in systemic youth preservation. There are 12 anti-aging superheroes in one bottle of Y-Span. Okay, and these include vitamin D3, omega-3, you know, very important for any inflammation. Citrus bioflavonoid, okay, which is also very useful, but is found in the rind of the citrus fruit, which I don't think anybody wants to eat, right? Purple corn, alpha lipoic acid, quercetin, okay. Also D-limonene, rosemary leaf extract, resveratrol from wine, okay, coenzyme Q10, very important for capillary health, okay, so good for brain health and for heart function. Lycopene, very important, especially for men, okay, astaxanthin, which is important for eye health. Okay, but it isn't just that these are like combination of 12 things put in there, one omnibus type of bottle, but the magic of it is in how the blend works together. Okay, and when you have this blend, remember they talked about nutritional intervention, right? Nutritional intervention. When there's this nutritional intervention, it causes the body to express the genes that were expressed when we were younger. We call it epigenetics or gene expression. Okay, and the key is that we have all of us in our cells, we have something like 20,000 genes, but only about 5% of these genes are being expressed, being manifest, being used. Okay, the rest are just like in the blueprint. Okay, and with science, they found using the gene chip you see here on the left that they were able to determine which genes have a high expression, that means they're being used, and which have low expression. Okay, and what happens with this epigenetics? Okay, the best example I have for you is the bees in a hive. You know, the bees in a hive, they all come from eggs laid by the queen. But the queen does not lay drone eggs or worker eggs or queen eggs, okay? She just lays eggs. So how do you get a queen bee or how do you get a worker bee? Okay, you know, a worker bee is sterile, just works all its life. The queen bee can lay 2,000 eggs a day. It's 3 to 5 times larger and has a lifespan 20 times longer than a worker bee. Okay, how does this happen from the same egg? Okay, because they all have the same genes, but they have different gene expression. Okay, and this gene expression, they are able to change the gene expression because when the queen bee was being formed in the hive, the larva was fed entirely on royal jelly. Okay, and that resulted in a queen bee. Okay, so this idea of nutritional intervention is the same even for people with identical DNA. For example, these two identical twins. You know, one is nice and slim, so obviously they have slim genes, but the other one, some genes were expressed that may not give her the best health condition. And actually, we have a pair of twins who do this business with us. You can see here that one looks vastly different from the other. You know which one says, okay, I'll take the anti-aging duo, and which one resisted it. Okay, so this gene expression, right? I was talking about the low expression, the high expression. You can see that when we're young, some genes are expressed while others are not. And then what happens is that it changes as we get older. Well, they experimented with different ingredient blends, okay, for this nutritional intervention. And they found that this ingredient blend, when you take it, the nutrition does go in and cause the cells to start to express the younger gene sets. So you start to get a younger, you know, you start to enjoy the youth. This is the anti-aging duo, right? So you get R square, which is for energy, vitality, and of course, cellular purification. And then you get Y span, which is for age defense mechanisms. So I promised you some testimonies from people who have been age locked, right? What does this mean? What does age lock mean? You know, it means that when your age has been locked, you feel younger, okay? Enjoy more energy, better health, fewer or no chronic illnesses, less aches and pains, stronger immunity, faster recovery. And of course, as a result of that, look younger. Okay. And in other words, it's adding life to years. Okay. So take a look at these two ladies. What do you think is the age difference between them? Well, it might surprise you to know they're the same age. Okay, and they're actually 71. I think the lady on the right really looks 71, right? But the lady on the left, I don't know, she looks maybe 60. I thought maybe even younger than that. But that's the beauty of the anti-aging duo. Okay, so this guy, we call him Uncle John. Okay, he's 81 and he celebrated his 80th birthday by completing his first 42-kilometer marathon. Okay, so there's hope for all of us yet, right? Those of us who haven't done a full marathon. Well, this guy did his first full marathon at 82, but he's not a bastion of great health, because you can see in 2012 how he looked, right? And he suffered from elderly issues, the usual sort of stuff. But when he started on R-Squared Y-Span, he became so fit. Take a look at him. This is his photo when he did triathlon. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Okay. And similarly, there's this lady, her name is Machiko. She lives in KL, but her parents were in Tokyo, in Japan. And she was very stressed because her mother was suffering from a heart condition, and the medication caused complications. Isn't that a rather common story? Okay, well, she asked her mom to take R-Squared Y-Span, and after 3 months, the mother could walk without pain. Okay, so she says that my dad and mom, who are 88 and 86 respectively, are aging younger, healthier, and happier. One more example is this lady. Her name is Jay, married to a doctor. She took R-Squared and Y-Span, and she found it's very useful for her brain and mental clarity, and also as she went through menopause. Okay, her mother is 85, and when she went on R-Squared Y-Span, she was able to go off much of her medication. Okay, and her son, who's only in his 20s, took it because he found that it boosted his stamina for rock climbing. So and so here is one of them swimming. Okay, guess which one? Yeah, it is the 85-year-old. Okay, she swims daily. Just like the other video that I showed you, right, of the mice who are equivalent age of 96. I would love to be able to do this when I'm 85. Okay, so what else does R-Squared and Y-Span do? Well, it really helps you to get faster recovery. Remember, we said that because the cells are working better. So this is James. In fact, James is here this evening. He loved the outdoors, does a lot of stuff, and had to have a hip replacement. Okay, so he was 65, he needed to have a hip replacement, and he recovered so quickly that the people who make the prosthetic hip interviewed him, and this is the interview that he gave to them.
My recovery was surprisingly fast. I went off morphine after the first day, and I didn't have any pain after that. We were doing physiotherapy. I was moving my legs. The very next day, I could walk without a stick after 6 days. I was driving on my 7th day, and I began to take longer walks with the dog. And on my second month, after 60 days, I actually went back to rock climbing, and I went back to resume climbing stairs. I remember we did several sets of 34 stories in an HDB block. That's after 2 months.
Quite an amazing story, right? Well, in my own home, in my own family, we also have such an amazing story. I'm going to ask Susan. And, well, Susan had arthritis. She was diagnosed with arthritis at the age of 49. She went on R Square. Then, of course, she gained weight, right? Because can't move. She went on R Square and Y-Span. And her condition improved so much that she got rid of her knee braces and her walking sticks. And then, you know, she then lost weight. She went on to another one of our programs for body shaping. She lost weight. And this is a video of her. You know, just remember she had osteoarthritis, but this is a video of her in early 2020.
Morning exercises.
Quite an amazing story, isn't it? And remember, we talked about looking young. So this was a bonus, all right? Cannot say that this will happen to everybody, but Bernard, who's had a head of white hair since he was 14, well, he started to get black hair after he went on R Square. Okay, so that is an added bonus. Okay, so I'm just going to end off now, and then going to open this time for any questions that you may have. Okay, but just want to summarize it, and that is that, you know, when you take R Square Y-Span, it is one of the things that you should do with even how you eat, how you exercise, okay, your thought life, the water that you drink, etc., etc. But with this, I think it's a really powerful catalyst to enjoy, to age slower, to enjoy youthful health for longer, to enjoy vitality, and of course, more robust health and immunity, and to have a quicker recovery. Okay. So my last slide is, you know, most important thing is, now that you've heard about it and you know the options available to you, make a decision and start today.